clue I have is I get it set up for horizontal and it's normal, not backwards like you're seeing it right now. And then I go to hit share and I share to Facebook and I share to X. And when I share to one of them, the screen turns around and puts me in the center and stretches me out all over the place. So I don't know if it is X or Facebook or whatever, but I'm going to start trying to live with this phone, but I have to get my YouTube put on there. Hey, everybody, I'm really, really sorry. Let me just find the live stream now. I have tried to go live 4 times in the last 10 minutes. So let's see what's... 4 times in the last... Okay, so there it is. There it is, right? How's everybody doing today? Let me just pop out. I got to tell you, folks, this is the weirdest Christmas season I've ever dealt with. While we're waiting for folks to come in, I'm going to tell you, I have no Christmas spirit. None. And I don't know if it's the end of this big cycle we're going through into 2025. I don't know if I'm just exhausted. I don't know anything. I just know that all I want to do is lay in bed. And that's getting really, really, really difficult. But I don't know. Is there anybody, raise your hand if anybody else is going through a difficult time trying to find Christmas spirit, trying to even decorate. If anybody's having a difficult time, not that it's bad or sad or anything, I just don't feel like friggin' doing it. My little tree, but won't be doing a lot of presents since Jay is gone. I hear you, Candy. I hear you. So, okay. Now, I really need to know, because I don't know how this works, but I've had... this is a really open and honest discussion here, folks. So I need you folks to have your honesty on without judgment, okay? I need to know if I'm a part of your Christmas. Because if I'm a part of your Christmas spirit and my Christmas spirit is down and I'm bringing you guys down, I need to know whether I need to start faking it. You know what I mean? Hey, Joe. I don't know. I haven't seen my grandbaby, but I'm hoping to see him in 2 weeks. We have a plan whether Arthur can come up here or not, because Howie's taking the week off. As of next Friday, Howie has a week off. He's taking the whole Christmas week off. Well, you know, that's what he said, Lacey Black. Brum-pum-pum. I don't know if it's the winter blues. The winter usually doesn't give me the blues. Winter is usually the time where I sit back after Christmas and I relax, right? I got my dining room decorated, sort of, but I still got to clear the table and put on the festive tablecloth. I've got in here decorated. I didn't get my lights changed over that I wanted to. Speaking of lights, got to turn on my twinkle lights. 25,000 Italian imported twinkle lights. Drum roll, please. Whoops. There goes my antlers. The only thing I don't like about antler headbands is the horns get caught on everything. Oh, I gotta water you babies. I know, I'm coming. My plants. I was gung-ho last week. Sent out the priority cards to Mom and a handful of people. Hi, Waldo. I saw congratulations. I usually do have a hard time, but my first grandson is due on Christmas Day. Oh, how wonderful for you. I am so happy for you. I know I'm still backwards, Corey. I'm going to start live streaming on this. I'm going to have to put all of my YouTube on here, because I have tried to figure out, because even if I turn the phone this way, and it comes back around, I'm still backwards, aren't I? I'm still backwards. So it makes no difference. Sorry for making everybody seasick there. Did you get my text? I sent my Christmas list to Howie. I have 3 things I want. That's it. 3 things. 2 of them he has to make. So it was right. Nice rack. Thank you. It took me a minute. I'm looking around for a rack. Like, because I got a spice rack in my head. No, I don't have a spice rack in my head. I asked Howie, there's only 3 things I want for Christmas. They used to be able to buy them at Giant Tiger. They were suede moccasins with kind of a rubber, like a rubber sole. And they were lined on the inside with fuzzies. I haven't had a pair of those in years. I love moccasins, lined moccasins. And a project I want him to build for the wood stove, which is to be disclosed, because when he makes it, he's got to film himself making it, and then I'll put it out after Christmas, and then it'll start a whole new series of videos. It went back to normal? Well, that's weird, because now it's backwards to me. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, hang on a second. Now I'm used to looking at the camera over here, so now I got to look at it over here. Is that normal for you guys? Because now I'm looking over here and the camera's over here. Hope you enjoy Howie's holiday celebration. I hope so too. Howie needs some time off. Hang on a second. We're just gonna put this back to the way it was. It was still backwards. Okay. All right. So, for the love of Pete, you know what? Yesterday. Oh shoot! I'm really sorry, folks. You think after 15 years I'd know what I was doing, but everything's changing. Things just keep, we keep getting new things over and over and over again. Christmas holiday train is coming across our town today. Oh, wow. Awesome. Linda was high, Bev. Hey, Stephanie. We give every Christmas to a shelter, etc. And this year we found sleep in heavenly peace. And they make beds for children, and we are buying a whole bed mattress bedding for one. Oh, that's awesome. I know face in the sky, but I'm backwards to what people are used to. And this is just the way it is these days. I wonder if I look at this. Yeah, it is backwards. Well, actually, I'm looking at my screen, and it's right. There's my tree. There's my boombox. Maybe it's backwards from what you guys are used to. I don't know. All right, let's pop this chat back out. Everybody, we are at 99 people. Everybody say hi. Everybody say hi while I go behind the fan. What's fun? What? Oh, thank you, because I was just reaching for it.
I'm going to deal with bullshit snow.
Did you get the bacon out?
Yes.
Because I'm making mac and cheese for supper.
Fire's going.
Fire's going? Well, don't let it get roaring. Everybody says hi, Howie. Hello. You're dealing with snow? I guess I should stop singing I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas, eh? We got like 3 feet of snow out there. When the picture is perpendicular, I can widen it out on the iPad. This just loses some of the background. Mountainside Homestead. Okay, everybody say hi while I go behind the fan. Howie brought me my lighter back because he lit a fire. I I just hate going shopping, and my partner was not making it any easier. Plus, I'd forgotten to eat yesterday. What's going on, Lacey Black? What happened? I'm almost 70, and you only get so many, and I want nothing I like to give. Well, this year I'm having a hard time giving, right? But everybody's getting gifts this year, just not as many as in the past. Why? Because after 9 years of Trudeau, our economy sucks and everything's too expensive. I screamed in the parking lot at my boyfriend because he was being a jerk in my head. Then I had to apologize after we got home. So you were screaming at him in your head. Your lack of motivation could, at an unconscious level, all the family drama you've dealt with this past year. Well, that's true. That's possibly true. You know, it's not just family. It is. It's been a lot of family drama. There's been a lot of family drama. And a lot. And you're right. It's probably that. But I feel like I'm at 6s and 7s. Like, I know my mother-in-law and Karen are coming up, but they're not going to be here for Christmas. They're only going to be here for the weekend before Christmas. I'm hoping Arthur and Bubba can come up that Saturday. Briar has to work the Friday and the Sunday, so I don't know if he's going to be here for the Saturday. It's a lot of running around. Christmas Day, if it works that way, it's just going to be me, Howie, Briar, and Gracie. You have no one, you have us. I know but you know what? Hi, Rosie. It's going to take everybody. All right. It's going to take a good 10 years of hard work from our upcoming leaders here in North America to get our countries back on the dominant track, right? All right. Has everybody said hi? It doesn't matter, Mountainside Homestead. Canada's is on postal strike, and the U.S. is not sending any Canadian mail out until our postal strike is over here in Canada. All right, let's pop out. Did everybody say hi? Let's pop out the participants list. And we got a full house today. Alice Silva, hello, darling. Autumn Gypsy, hello, Nat. Kimmy Blackrock, Brenda Hoffer, Catherine M. Now, Anyway, Catherine M. Charles Bauer, Colleen, Corey C. Deborah Erickson, Dima Beth, hi, it's been a while. Face in the Sky, welcome to the family. Freaky Geek, Frida Reading, Glenna Breck, Grandma Gina, Granny Prepper, Waldo. Hey, Jill V, Joan Leach, Joe Mama. Candy, we're lifting you up in prayer every day. Karen Belair, it's got to be KD, Lacey Black, Laura Higgins, Leanne Bishop, and Linda Betty Boo Bob. Linda Chandler, MGB, Matt Bob, hey, darling, good to see ya. Minnesota Farmer's Wife Julie, Mountainside Homestead. Orlando Sasbo, I don't know how to say that. Peggy Stone, Plain Jane, Renita Madrid, hi, darling. Rita's Fat, Rosie Slade, Sherry Leach, Stacey Robbins, Stephanie Alexander, Sue Donner, Sybil V, a.k.a. Lori, Tigger Bouncing, Tina Elliott, and I am out of breath. Hi. How is things going? See, just coming here perks me up. Just coming here, even though I just got out of bed. We went out last night. Dinah Beth, they do it every year. What did I miss there? Oh, yeah. But the thing is, no talks yet. And it's like, you know what? All the mail's going to come eventually. If it doesn't come for Christmas, and I do have one Christmas card that my fabric came in. So I'm going to put that up on my Christmas present on the wall like a gift tag. And if that's the only one, look at this. Here's me. Oh, get the glare off there. That's me and my brother Bob and his beautiful wife Kathy. This was on our way to Arizona, so we're probably talking over 10 years ago. Over 10 years ago. Well, I think I've been saying this, but I got to get my kitchen back and organized because I just haven't done any dishes since yesterday. And what I want to do is I want to get my snowball dough ready, my whipped shortbread ready, and then put the little hot burner on my island and make my Rocky Road fudge, then make cookie balls and all that stuff on a live stream. So we'll see. Blame the Postal Service anyway. They just jack up the prices here. Well, the thing is here in Canada, the Postal Service is an essential service. We got out in Tuktoyaktuk, Northern Ontario, everything is brought by Canada Post. Money, checks, prescription medication. You know what I mean? And all of their food, everything that comes in has to be flown in through the Postal Service. So it's an essential service for a large portion of the northern reaches of our provinces. So going on postal strike is inhumane. It's bad enough we got separated from our families for 3 to 4 years. But now they're trying to bust up Christmas through the mail? Sorry! Not happening. Hey, Edie! Yeah, you go ahead and do that, Corey, like it's going to do any good. And I'm already on the edge, Corey. Please don't bring up the what they call the royal family now. Hey, Rosie! They only raised our postal once this year, not twice. See, I don't even buy stamps at the post office. Very rarely, maybe once a year. I usually go my last Costco shopping in the fall, not last before Christmas, but in the fall. I buy a roll of stamps from Costco, right? So finally putting the lights on. It's been up a week and the other lights are going up too. Hey, Nat. Well, our tree is up and it's falling. So it's gonna look nice. But I think one of the reasons why I keep putting off the baking, you know why? I just don't want cookies this year. Howie's diabetic. My mother-in-law's diabetic. My sister-in-law's diabetic. Right? And it's not like we're getting a lot of visits in this year. Arthur is gluten intolerant. And Briar's facing food allergies. So I just heard the wood stove click, and that means he's left the door open to get it going. I'll be right back. Hi, you will come. No, come over here. Come over here. Over here. Somebody wants to say her hellos. Somebody's been missing her peoples. Oh, there's your mommy, baby. Yes, you are. She just loves me rubbing her ears. Oh, yes. Yes, your mommy, baby. Did you get Mama bum warm all night long? All night. Oh, yes. And with crutcha. Yes. Here, Mona Lisa smile. Nah, that was barely a glance. Hey, Mona Lisa. There it is. The Mona Lisa smile. Say hi, everybody. It's really nice. Can we go? Yes, mommy, baby. Yes. Can we go close the wood stove door now? Come on, let's go. I'll be right back. I gotta close the wood stove door. Yeah, stamps here in Canada. The last time I checked, they're like a dollar, close to $1.20. I'm not sure. If anybody here in Canada who's bought stamps at the post office in the last couple of months, let me know the price. But I get them cheaper if I buy them by the roll in Walmart. I could barely move after last night. I'll tell you all about it. I'll be right back. Whoop, there goes my antlers. Oh, good grief. Oh, there we go. Oh, price goes up again. They changed due to a marking. Cold water. Unfortunately, I have to bake cookies even though I am really not in the mood. To me, it doesn't even feel like a couple of weeks before Christmas. Yet the snow is gone again. Oh no, Howie's out there snow blowing right now. You want to see what it looks like? Come on, I'll take you out. Just be, I got my hand covering the camera so that I don't, you can't go out, Gracie, because Daddy's snow blowing. I got my hand over it so you don't see. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm going out with my bare feet. Going out with my bare feet. Oh, Canadian. I'm a Canadian. That's since last night. You can hear the snow plow going, or the snow blower going. Oh, I gotta get off this porch here. Oh, Gracie, you can't go out. Daddy's snow blowing. I'll show you what the snow plow does. See that pile? That pile is as high as my head. Yes, Gracie, God help. Oops. You're not going out. Daddy's snow blowing. Oh. There's this coffee maker going. Well, that'll wake my feet up, warm them up. Your feet ever get to the point where you can't get them warm? They're just kind of clammy and chilled. Then step out into the snow for a minute. Trust me. It'll wake your feet right up. I'm in Central California. Hey! We got more in New Brunswick, still storming. Yeah, it's coming. It's cloudy too. So we don't know if it's going to happen again. You know what I mean? Hey, Kathy and Sabato! Oh, I promise the world won't fall apart, Bev. That's true, Candy. If I don't bake, the world won't fall apart. But I do want to have some for my neighbors and for Howie's work. So therefore, I must bake. But I'm not, like, every year I've gone down and down and down in the baking because I end up with shit left over all over the place, right? Where's here, Jennifer? That's New Brunswick? Well, you're in the tropics. Well, Costa Rica's looking pretty good right now. It's supposed to be, the snow is supposed to go until Wednesday. You mean it's supposed to snow until Wednesday? Yeah, along the coast of Bathurst. So there's a reason. Give all you don't want away. Yeah, so there is a reason. Yes, there is. There is a reason to bake. Of course there is. And I'm going to work on that this week because this is all I have. Next Friday, when Howie leaves work, he's leaving work until, let me look at the calendar here. keep grabbing the one in my thing, but I have one right here. Hey, it's my brother-in-law's birthday today. So when Howie finishes work on the 13th, he doesn't go back. No, he's getting off on his last day's the 20th, excuse me. So he's getting off, his last day of work's on the 20th, so he's getting the 21st to the 29th off. So he's taking all that off. He's going back into work for New Year's Eve. The date, wait, where's New Year's Eve? New Year's Eve, he goes back in. He goes in on the 31st for a half a day, and then they get New Year's Day off, and then work starts up back up again. So, but he's taking from the 21st to the 29th off. So, whatever's going on, we're going to have some fun. 8 pounds of ground turkey in the canner. Good job. I wish that we could get turkeys for 59 or 69 cents a pound. Last one I saw was $1.80, 89 a pound. And at Thanksgiving, they were $1.29 a pound. I bought one. And then the week before Thanksgiving, they went on for 99 cents a pound and I was broke. So don't miss the snow, eh, Deborah? I looked at a book of stamps to be sure of the price, but it's not marked. But it's over the $10, 30 cents. Oh, wow. Hey, Mary Lindsay. Well, I'm glad you got it in. What do you mean cheese ball? I want savory food instead of sweets. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Last night we went to Biagio's. It's an Italian restaurant in Ottawa. Really good food. Melting the last couple of days. Well, hi, Mindy. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Got a large turkey for $6 US. Wow. Nice. In Mexico. Huh. So, we went out last night, and I'm really weird about restaurant food. I don't have any, I know it looks like I have teeth, but I have no molars to chew with. So I have to stick to things that can easily slide down without being chewed, like pasta. Now, they didn't give us the whole restaurant menu. They had a menu made up just for our party because I guess it would be kind of hard, trying to get 6 different, meals for 20 different people kind of thing, right? Hey, Willows! Anyway, we had a salad, which I could only eat so much of, and by the time everybody was on their main course, I'm still not even halfway through my salad. So I gave that to Howie, and I ordered the frutti linguine, Frutti, and it means fruit of the sea. And I know I like shrimp, but I am not a seafood person. But it sounded good. And it was that or pizza or some steak and some kind of tomato sauce. So I got that. And I put pictures up on Facebook. And it was really good. It was clams, scallops, tiger shrimp. In a tomato sauce on linguine. It was really, and fresh basil. It was really, really good. The elders. Wait a minute. What's that, Renita? Who are teaching who what? My 10-year-old grandson shot a buck at 100 yards. Awesome! Awesome! They had turkey breasts for buy one, get one free. So I bought 10 and half hams for 12. You know what I paid for my ham? And it's not that big. It's about this big. Gracie, stop. $27. And I thought that was a deal. But I'm going to glaze it. And I'm going to make scallop potatoes and stuff. So you bought 10, and what did 10 cost you, if you don't mind me asking? Now, everybody's aware I'm in Canada, right? So the prices here are just insane. Living on Bull Shoals at Beaver Creek. How's it going? How's it going, Bull? How's it going? You come in here with weird names, long names. I shorten them to whatever works best for me. You are now Bull. I gotta buy a dang ham. Well, we didn't get a turkey for this year. I grabbed a ham for 79 cents a pound, paid $7. See, that's the thing. But the truth is, I was talking about this last night at the dinner table with the people sitting next to us. And we were talking about, because we were talking about motorhomes. I said, well, you need a motorhome. And she said, see, we need a motorhome. She said, he just looked at me. So I read his palm in revenge. Anyway, I was telling her, I said, food does not taste right in the U.S. And restaurant food, they don't know how to cook food the way I like it. And so that last trip to Florida we had with Mom in December 2018, 2019, January 2019. I couldn't get them to cook eggs. Nobody knew what poached eggs were. The food, no wonder they have hot sauce on all the tables in pancake houses, because nothing really has any flavor. So everything gets covered in hot sauce. You know what I mean? But what's a Craver ham? $8 to $9. That's not bad at all. I'm Lefty. Pleased to meet you. Hello, Bull. Just kidding. Hey, Lefty, how's it going? A Carver ham. Okay. Nothing wrong with a southpaw. My husband's a southpaw. As a matter of fact, 3 of my boyfriends that I fell in love with and consented to marry, the only one I married was Howie, were all left-handed men from Irish descent, and all of them alcoholics. So... and hearing soon the U.S. is going to be getting overhauled with the food. I hope so. I hope Robert Kennedy Jr. overhauls all the FDA, the Fear and Death Administration. I should have guessed. Thanks for the correction, Willow's Garden. What? Meat is going to be very bad. They're putting the mRNA shots in all livestock. Well, I'm not. I'm really hoping that if Robert Kennedy Jr. really does clean up the FDA, we just might move to the friggin' States. I will put in a refugee thing. I hope he can stop it. In our area, you spend $35, you get a 12-pound free turkey. We got a turkey from a friend. All our meat is home raised. Same with eggs, raw milk. Oh, yeah, I knew it was Beth. How did I know it was Beth? Because Beth always comes in. This is not being mean or anything, Beth. But Beth always comes in discussing all the things that they do old school. Beth always has a line for everybody. Home-raised meat, same with eggs, raw milk. We avoid processed foods. RFK is a friend. Absolutely. We live in Indiana near Amish country. It tastes good. Well, thing is I watched this one TikTok video where a chick who married an American and she moved to America. And they had come home. She had come home from Canada and she picked some things up. And she did this video and she said, you want to see why food tastes different in Canada than it does in the U.S.? And she turned around 2 bottles of ketchup, and the American ketchup had a list this long and the Canadian ketchup had a list of ingredients that long. Our food is different. Kennedy is a nutbag? Well, you're entitled to your opinion, Deborah. You're really entitled to your opinion. But I seem to think that Kennedy is an advocate for the health of the people. And that's just the way I'm gonna. He's a man. He should have such a bag. Well, everybody needs a bag of nuts at Christmas. We live in a rural community. Well, we have foods made here in the USA that cannot be sold in Canada or Europe. Exactly. So one of the reasons we got the motorhome is so that when we go to the States again, I can bring my own food. I can cook my own food, right? And I don't have to worry about stuff. And if I really want to go out for a meal, I'll pick a really nice restaurant. But when you have to eat, you're sleeping in a motel and you have to eat 2 to 3 meals a day, takeout. It can get expensive unless you're buying cheap shit. And that's just the way it is. Me too, Stephanie. Me too. Me too, Dima Beth. Absolutely. I'm calling the New York or the North Carolina cattleman's office tomorrow. If it can't be stopped, I need to source better ranchers. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So, I mean, he is a smart man. He is a smart man. He's a Kennedy. Not all Kennedys are great, though. I mean, let's look at Ted Kennedy and his track record. But he's already said he's getting off rid of that red number something or other kind of dye in the food. Oh, yeah, see, the thing is there's things in, do you know that there's nanotech now in Coke and Pepsi? And people are like, how? They're not deliberately putting them there. It's in the friggin' water, people. Your water in the cities gets recycled, right? And there's things they can't remove that are on a microscopic level. So it's ending up going back into the water that's making our food and our drinks. Me too, Mindy. Me too. It's in Valonia, Indiana. What's in Valonia, Indiana? There's a campground with hookups just down my road. And where is that? Indiana. And the thing is, here in Canada, we don't use high fructose corn syrup. If we do, it's because it came in with American products, right? It's called Storm Hollow Lake, and it's a big campground. I have an itch. Yes, I squirreled. It's my Linda Bach. Give me this. It's called Storm Hollow Lake. Get down behind my brother. Oh, that's right. My back is crooked. It's a big campground, and they have hookups and everything. It's a pretty nice place, and it's only down the road from me about a quarter and a mile half. Well, we'll get to Indiana. You people have to email me this stuff. Telling me this stuff in a live stream. Let's put it this way. I may plan a trip to the States next summer or next winter. You want me to stop? If it's on our route, you got to tell me where all this stuff is, but not in live chat because it's like going like this. Zoom, zoom. You know? All right. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has degrees in environmental science, and 10 years ago, he and others joined together to work to get dyes out of foods. Awesome. Hey, Mary Rose. Barbara M. Yeah, I won't. That's one thing you're not going to see this year. You're not going to see me even getting my Mexican Coca-Cola. I will not drink soda pop anymore. I won't drink it. Howie buys a bottle of, because I'm sorry. It's almost like even Howie's talking about getting some animals again. But our problem is obviously overwintering animals. The only thing I really, 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 really miss is my laying hens. I'm happy about Joe Salatin. Not sure I got the last name right. I used to follow his channel in the past. Might start again. Who's that? Who's that freaky geek? Thank you, Beth, for putting that out there. There's a free hookups with well water in my driveway for select people. with the bonus of Evangeline. Oh, right. Joe. Paul, I want to say polygamous, but it's not. He's that farmer who pasture raises, organically raises everything. And he would sell, and they would have to have a cutoff point because they couldn't raise the amount of stuff people wanted to buy. Yes. Joe Salatin, is it Salatin? Polyface. All the time, it's just masked by others, by either soda or cappuccino or iced tea. Well, see, Lacey Black, my water comes from a dug well. And the one thing I love about dug wells is the soil filters the water, right? Joe is it Salatin or Salatin? Black Rock Polyface Farms. Yeah, I watched him years ago. He's one of the reasons I really, really wanted to homestead. Well, Lacey Black, he's partnered up with Justin Rhodes. Now all they need is Doug from Doug and Stacy. I have a dug well. It's about 20-ish feet deep. It's amazing. Yeah, mine's only like 15, 20 feet deep. My one in Colburn, and those at our house in Colburn was the same. And these are the only two wells, except for one rented house we lived in. These are the only two wells of water I've ever been able to drink straight out of the tap. How he uses a Brita jug, I just can't be bothered. Polyface Farms, thank you, Brenda, is now an advisor to JFK and will work to help get the farmland soil healthy. If they can get the 67% of farmlands that have been bought by Bill Gates back off of Bill Gates, because we got to get rid of this shit. He owns 67% of the farmland, arable farmland in the United States is owned by Bill Gates. By the way, my driveway is 700 feet long. House can't be seen from the road during the summer and sits on 40 acres that are surrounded by organic farm fields. Can I stay? Can I just like pull up and dig a well and a septic and stay? Jennifer, they can plant hemp. It does clean the soil. Has his own channel called Abundance. I think that's why I remembered when the names come up and you say them. If I've heard of them, I've heard of them. I've watched Justin Rhodes, Michigan Gardener, Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. I wish I could be off grid with Doug and Stacy, but here's the thing: is I don't know what's happening, but my body is going through some kind of, or I'm going through some kind of cocoon metamorphosis. I know you're going to think I'm absolutely nuts. But the reason I'm in bed so much is because I'm about to emerge into the new year. And this is a huge, I don't know about anybody else, but those of us who are in the know. And I think one of the reasons I am so want to sleep is because I'm about to emerge. Because I'm starting to, I don't want to bake. You know why I don't want to bake? I don't fucking want to eat junk. The closest I come to, even last couple of times I've had popcorn with my medicated butter on it at night, I'm looking at my bowl going, that's way too much. Right? I'm in the point now where I'm either going to give up this spring or I'm going to emerge better than before. One way or another. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I feel like I'm about to shed something, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I feel like I'm about to split, coming apart at the seams. Remember me saying I felt like I was coming apart at the seams? It's starting to make sense. I'm about to emerge. Coming apart at the seams is okay if you're splitting your cocoon and coming out as a new thing. You know what I mean? It's all fake with Doug and Stacy. It's all a scam with them. Really, I don't watch them. I've seen them. How can it be all a scam? Justin Rhodes, Gates needs to be behind bars. Don't live in that little place. It's their set. Really? They don't live in that place? Oh, that's dirty pool. It will be better, Laura. Hey, Laura, sup? Bill Gates, Microsoft co-founder, and Jeffrey Epstein's friend, co-owns 250,000 acres of highly productive American farmland spread out over 17 states, and rank in the nation's largest private farmland owner. Thank you, Beth. You see what's wrong with this? Because if I won the Mega Millions tomorrow, I would do that. Only I wouldn't do it the way Bill Gates is doing it. I would buy several organic farms, right? I would buy several of them, minimum 1,000 acres a farm. But then I would set up organic communities with work, with grocery stores, with discounts. You know, we would have, this is my dream, okay? I also heard that Doug and Stacy were scammers. They have people taking care of that property. Oh, that's really sad. Okay, bye-bye, Doug and Stacy. And it's like, you know, I had a thing for Hugh Jackman. I was in love with Hugh Jackman until he came out with a video holding up a book written by Bill Gates about how to save the environment or the world or whatever. And I went, oh, Hugh, I'm sorry. Off my list he went, right? And how exactly do we know about Doug and Stacy? Well, you know what? I'll watch them, but apparently it's been proven a couple of times. Having a whole new mindset for the coming year. Renew and do. Body, mind, and spirit. Hi, Shirley. Absolutely. I got to say thanks for Janel's update. And wow, he looks good. He looks amazing. He looks amazing. Yeah. He's been through some stuff, right? And the only way out is through. So he just went through it and he worked and he worked and he worked and he looked after his health and he works out and that's all he does, right? So I only like Dolly Parton, even if she has something on her mind about politics or anything. She keeps it to herself. Well, I'm sorry, Lacey, I can't keep it to myself. Because what am I doing sitting here talking? This is the thing we've talked about in the past. We have to stop teaching our children that it's no to talk about politics, religion, and money. Why? Because they know nothing about politics, religion, and money after an entire generation has told us not to talk about it at the dinner table. What they need to be taught, the next generation, is how to have civil conversations about difficult subjects. And I'm going to continue to reiterate this opinion until people start paying attention. Hey, all sorts. Yeah, Elon is worth more. Yeah, Elon is worth more than Gates. So my computer's been stuck on -5 temps, yet snow is melting. You know, between -5 and +5, anything can happen. In Celsius, by the way, for my American friends. You can have snow at +4, +5. And you can have rain at -3. It's not about what's hitting down here. It's about what's going up up in the clouds. Not everyone is capable these days of civil conversation. And that's true, Laura. There are people I've had in my life in the last few years since the whole, let's just say from 2019, the end of 2019, beginning of 2020. I've had people say to me, you think climate change is Is it a hoax? Oh my God, I can't talk to you. I can't speak to you at all if you're going to say climate change is a hoax. Well, I had been medicated at the time when I had the conversation, but the truth is climate change is not a hoax. Climate change is happening. It's always happening. Nothing stays the same, especially our environment. Or we wouldn't have had ice ages and polar ice caps melting and floods and all of these things. The earth is a living organism. We aren't on the earth. We are of the earth. We are a part of the planet. So people have to change this whole mindset about what it means to live with the planet, not on the planet. Yeah, the climate changes 4 times a year. Exactly. Actually, the indigenous people, Indians, okay, because, I mean, unless you were born in Africa, we're all from somewhere else, if you go back far enough. They don't think there's 4 seasons. And this is what I believe. There's 6. Okay? I don't know what they call them. Okay? But winter for me doesn't actually hit. The new year to me doesn't even hit until April. Right? You've got spring. Right? But in between winter and spring, there's like a slushy time. It's the time when if you live on an island or you have a cottage on an island or somewhere where you have to get there by boat or skidoo, the slushy time between winter and spring and fall and winter, those are the 2 extra seasons that you can't get across the water because it's slushy time. That's what I call them. And those are the 2 extra seasons. Like a fall spring. Thank you, Lacey Black. If I only had people who agreed with me in my life, I would be one grumpy old woman. I know, right? Discussions, like the only time I actually block people is when they're being completely rude or disruptive. And I give them a chance. Say, you know what? If you're going to be rude and disruptive, I don't like to block people because I like people to have an opinion. I like open discussions. But there's a big difference between opinion and judgment. There's a big difference between opinion and being completely closed-minded, right? Bob Breakhouse, Big Scott Billings, Montana. Greetings and Merry Christmas. We're currently technically in an ice age still because of the ice and snow on the polar ice caps. I know. Right? And I mean, there's a whole thing going on behind the scenes. Don't pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. There's a whole thing going behind the scenes in this world that none of us know anything about. The world leaders barely have any idea of what's going on, but they're being led by higher ups that we don't even know their names, right? That only happens in the spring when the lambs are ready to give birth. Power grab at the highest levels. Good for you, Michelle. Hey, TJ. Bottom line, Doug and Stacy get a lot of good information out there that helps people, and that's what matters. Exactly. Sharing information is one of the reasons I started working on this channel. But there is giving information, and then there's honesty. Off-grid with Doug and Stacy implies that they live off-grid on the property that they showcase in their videos. And if they're not living there, it's just a set, and they have other people maintaining it, then I feel deceived. I feel deceived. Do you feel deceived when you watch me? I'm going to ask this question, right? Steel wares carry me home to the one I love. It's only the info they want people to hear. Well, what's wrong with sharing the info, but being honest about it, saying, hey, we don't live here, but we could. You know why they don't say that? Because they'd lose half of their, this is all about production, right? Well, there you go, Edie. Hell no, I wouldn't watch. Okay. So, unfortunately, how does anybody know how many subscribers? Can somebody look that up? How many subscribers does the channel Off Grid with Doug and Stacy have? And how long have they been in production? Somebody find me those answers and we'll have a discussion about it. Hey, Dimebeth. My night might not agree with everything. I might not agree with everything, but most everything, but I don't have to agree or love you to death. There we go. I love everybody. Will I take you all into my home and feed you and clothe you and look after you? No, I don't have the room or the money. But it doesn't mean I don't love you, and it doesn't mean I don't care. And it doesn't mean that when I lay in bed every night, here's my new prayer. Do you want to hear my prayer when I go to bed at night? It's not long, it's not lengthy, and I'm not on my knees because I don't have any knees. Okay? 1.3 million subs. 14 years. Okay, here we go. Here's the comparison. I have been on YouTube for 15 years, and I have 152,000 subscribers. I have 1,520,000 subscribers. They have, oh my God, they have 100 times more subscribers than me. 100 times. They've been on the air 1 year less. Now, yes, they're putting out an amazing amount of information, but I'm going to say half of their subscriber base was based on the fact that people thought they actually lived that life. Yes, the information is awesome, but something gets taken away from the information when people who claim to know all about this don't feel it's good enough for them to live on. That's where we separate the Elon Musks and the Bill Gates. You feel me? Live Off Grid, they have already addressed those lies. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not saying I'm angry at them, but I'm saying if they built that channel on an off-grid homestead without admitting to the people right from the get-go that they didn't live there, I think the outcome would be a whole lot different, don't you? Going up since Doug changed a lot of his videos and informing people about what's going on in the world. That's better. Yeah. I don't mean that I don't like them. I think that the information they put out is amazing. Absolutely amazing. But if that was my property, I'd be fucking living on it. Oops, sorry for the F-bomb. Hey, Patricia Carson! Patricia Johnny Carson! Here's Johnny! Justin Rhodes has 1.3 million subscribers. So what I'm saying is this is the deal. When you have a YouTube channel, now I tried for the first couple of years to do my hair, wear some makeup, be Miss YouTube. But I had a hard time, right? I would not have lasted this long. Yeah, I know I only have 152,000 subscribers, but I would not have lasted this long if I had to make it a show, if I had to be somebody I'm not, right? So my point is if they had started out, it would be different, wouldn't it? Their subscriber base would be different. If they had started out saying, okay, we don't live here, but this is how you can do it. And they may not have as many subscribers now, But at least they wouldn't, because what happens is if you try and be somebody you're not, and 10 years in, you're tired, you're exhausted. No, that's not why I'm exhausted. You're tired and you're exhausted of being somebody you're not. And people will find the flaws when you are not honest. They will find the discrepancies. I'm not talking about the people who say, oh, look, she has a splat of spaghetti behind her crock pot on the wall. Boo! Not talking about those people. Those people, they can judge all they want. They just go back and judge in your own corner. But I'm talking about if you're going to do something, do it honestly. And that way, you're not fighting people coming at you going, well, you've been lying to us all along. You're this and that and this and that. You don't have to deal with that, right? So I may not be 1.52 million subscribers, but I'm happy with the subscriber base I have. A, it's always growing up a little bit. And B, I don't have to be anybody I'm not, right? Thank you, Beth. Well, I'm actually thinking about getting, I'm actually thinking about getting, thank you, Beth, by the way. I'm actually thinking about getting a chicken coop and putting it right out there by the garage. And Howie has to snow blow anyway, just snow blow me a path to the chicken coop in the morning. You know what I mean? And something that can be closed in. I only want 6 laying hens. I don't want a production, right? And Doug attacked Patera from Appalachia Homestead and tried to get her in trouble. Oh, I'm going to try, but I don't know if it's going to happen, right? But when we started this, I wish we had been younger. Because it's almost like what we were doing 10 years ago, we need to be doing right now. We need to raise a pig. We need to raise a goat. We need, but we don't, right? If I have a few chickens that give me eggs and the occasional pot of chicken noodle soup, and I have my garden, and I can shop for things like wheat and stuff like that, I'm going to be okay, right? We may be called Our Half Acre Homestead, but we don't raise animals anymore. But that doesn't mean we won't again in the future if things get crazy, and they're getting crazy. Stacy, did you spill? You just never know, right? Who knows? I may drop 150 pounds, get new knees, and start my life over at 65. We don't know. Anything's possible. Anything's possible with hope and prayer and determination. So, you live close to Patera? Chickens are not an option for me as I live in a condo. We need balcony chickens. Quail. But see, quail, I couldn't do quail. They multiply so fast and their eggs are like that big, But I almost had Howie building my cabinet that's in the porch. I almost had him build that into a chicken coop, an indoor chicken coop, where I could put a tray of gravel on the bottom, like crushed grit on the bottom. And then just like scoop it out like cat litter. Do not use cat litter because that'll kill them, especially if it's clumping cat litter. All sorts. Get a support chicken. There we go. Oh, well, thank you. Would you grow a small butternut style squash called honey nut? It's very tasty. I don't grow a lot of winter squash because I still have pumpkin and sweet potato on my shelf in the pantry. So, but I do use a lot of zucchini. I grate it and I can it. And like tonight, I'm making macaroni and cheese casserole with broccoli. And I will put a can of ground zucchini in there instead of milk, because I'm going to use cream of celery soup. So, oh God, no, I'm not almost out of zucchini. I got all that zucchini that was in the freezer. I had like 5 1-gallon bags of it, right? I put that all in after I started stewing the tomatoes. I put all that zucchini in with the tomatoes. And then when it cooked down, I pureed it with a hand blender. And I'm telling you, that stuff is thick as canned thick spaghetti sauce. But it's just zucchini. It's just zucchini and tomatoes. I might buy one of those walking pads for $100, but that's all further I'm going with losing weight anymore. What do you mean walking pad? What's a walking pad? Well, 2 support chickens. No, Annette, I do make my own cream soup sometimes, but it's just it's not economical here in Canada. We used to be able to get cream soups go on sale for, 69, 79 cents, sometimes 59 a lot, 10 years ago. Now they go on sale for 99. Everything's almost doubled in price. Everything like meat and dairy and stuff, like a lot of that stuff is almost doubled in price. So when we went shopping, they had cream of chicken soup, cream of celery soup, cream of broccoli soup. They were 99 cents a can, so I bought 6 cans, and that's it. We're having red potato, cauliflower, butternut squash, and onion and garlic curry. Oh, that sounds delicious. That sounds delicious. So I'm going to boil some macaroni, and I'm going to, right at the end, I'm going to throw my broccoli in the boiling macaroni noodles to par cook it. And then I'm going to use broccoli, onions, celery. No, I won't put celery. I'll use broccoli, onions, zucchini, and 1 can of cream of celery soup or cream of broccoli soup. And I'll use the liquid in the zucchini to mix that soup. And then I'm cheese and bacon and done. Oh, leftovers. Spaghetti and garlic bread. Living birds to start with. Yellow bird 300. Yellow bird. What are the best breed of chickens for me? Well, that depends on what I want them for. If I want them for meat, then there's a heritage bird meat breed. That's a red breed. It's red feathers. I don't know what they're called anymore because I don't raise them anymore. I don't raise chickens anymore. Laying hens, you can either get the Harco Sex Link. They're like a little red bird, but they're hot. They're just laying hens, and that's all they do is massively produce eggs, like an egg a day for 300 days of the year or something, or 360 days of the year. But they're all skin and bones. They're just egg producers. So, but I would get those just because they produce a lot of eggs, and you can still make a decent pot of soup. Nordic Track. Best clothes hanger I ever bought. I want some just for fun. Oh, careful. They're addictive. They're addictive. So yeah, this is the kind of thing that's going on. Somebody asked me if I would step outside and do a little bout of Christmas cheer like I've been doing, like, Marshmallow World and stuff. If you want me to occasionally pop outside, show you the snow, and sing a piece of a Christmas song, please put a thumbs up right now. I don't want to step out in the snow and sing a partial song and show you the landscape if you don't want me to. Okay? But again, like I said, I was giving myself time off for November. And I didn't get it done. I'm resting. I'm resting this month. And I'm doing the best I can. Tree is up. It's not decorated. It's falling. Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay. All right. I'll do your little Christmas shorts outside. And So the tree is up. I'll be putting the lights on it this week. I might do that live. I might even make a paper chain just because I think a paper chain makes something awesome about a tree. You know what I mean? If you're having fun, share it. Well, if the fun has TMI, yeah, okay. There's the American Bressy, which is a dual-purpose bird. They lay eggs, and you can use them for meat too. So you can do. You know what the best bird for that is? Is Plymouth Barred Rocks. They're a good quality meat bird. You get a bunch of them, and anything that turns out a rooster, you just fatten them up and put them in the freezer. So I got to decorate my Christmas tree. Lights. I haven't got lights on or anything. I haven't even put a tablecloth on my dining room table yet. It's nuts here because, Mama Wolfie is not, there's nothing organized this year. I know Nan's coming up for a weekend. Not sure about Arthur. Not sure about, I know Briar's going to be here for Christmas, but not sure when. And I'm just like this. Whatever. Okay, let's just do that. I wish I lived closer to you so I could come over and help you with whatever you need. Do you know what? I would pay money for that. I would pay money to have somebody come in and help and do a day's cleaning. I would love. If I had like $300-400, I would just phone Molly Maid or something, say, come in and clean my house. Just come in and clean my house. But I don't have that kind of money. And if I did have that kind of money, I wouldn't be doing it right now when the economy's in such a crapper. So we just do the best we can with what we got. Is it going? You can thank me for that. Because you had built it up over the kindling and there was a big hollow and it was staying that way and the hollow was going out. Is it going? Bullshit. You're welcome. It's still going. It wouldn't have been if I hadn't interfered. Yes, you're Buff Orpingtons too. Yes. Buff Orpingtons are good. Hubby's retirement project. Chickens! Laying hens. I've seen a chicken coop that I really like. I don't know how much it costs. And everyone says, get Howie to build one. Forget it. I got shit that's on the list that's been on the list since last year. I got, like, my dining room needs to be painted. My living room needs to be. That's been 2 years on the list. We're just doing the best we can with what we have. Hey, Catherine M. How's it going? So, got about 2 feet of snow already since this morning. Yeah, we got that since yesterday. We got that, and it looks like we're going to get more because it's clouding over again. I have 30 hens and 2 roosters. They keep you busy. Do you ever hatch your own? See, I sold all my incubators and everything. I just, I would do it in exchange for learning. Oh, honey, trust me, you would work. You would work for it. Trust me. Buffs are my favorite. Good temperaments. Meat birds are Cornish. Yeah, I won't buy a Cornish cross. This is one of the things you guys need to hear. When I first started getting chickens, Frey's Hatchery put out a booklet with all the different breeds you could buy. The White Rock meat bird, they said right in the pamphlet, which I wish I still had. I may have one in the trunk downstairs somewhere. Okay? But the White Rock chicken was genetically engineered to grow faster. And as a result, they grow so fast because people would just feed them until they couldn't eat anymore. They'd flip over and die, have heart attacks, weak legs, all kinds of shit. Now, everyone goes, oh, but the Cornish crosses are not. They're called a Cornish rock cross. Now, once something has been genetically engineered and breeds, you're never going to get rid of that genetic engineering, even if you crossbreed it. So the Cornish crosses are a Cornish white bird crossed with a white rock. They've tried to slow down their growth production. It has not worked. Cornish crosses was a result of them trying to slow down the growth of the White Rock chickens, and it didn't work. Well, you know, Sherry, you get one that lays a double yoker, you hang on to that one. So this was back in 1993, 1994, when I got my first meat birds. And the turkeys, the large white turkeys, are the same. They have to be artificially inseminated because the large male turkeys cannot mount the hens. They can't tread the hens because they're too big. Get an ostrich. No, thank you. We need more joy today. Hey, Helen Ware, how's it going? I don't remember the actual breed, but they had fuzzy feet and they're amazing. And they thought they were dogs most of the time. I've seen chickens like that. A lot of Polish chickens with the furry feet, those are good birds because they're just used to anything. I always hit the thumbs up before I open chat. Well, thank you. Even lay eggs. I don't know how true it is, but they say Cornish rock can't breed. Cheryl, all that are officially inseminated so you can't keep your birds and breed them. They won't live long enough. So, one of the reasons we had success in hatching chickens and turkeys is because over time, they all kind of just mixed up. And, I miss my turkeys too. Maybe next year we'll raise a couple of turkeys, Howie.
Yeah.
That didn't sound enthusiastic. Listen, folks. The best eggs for me is in cake. They couldn't be Cochins that you're thinking of. We used to raise Cochins. They were huge. Okay. Oh, I saw blue slate. Did you have blue slate turkeys? Oh, they're so pretty. I had one, but it never bred. And it never did anything. Anyway, folks, Brahmas. Buff Brahmas are good too. Yeah. Anyway, folks, everyone says, oh, not all roosters are mean. Oh, yeah? Overwinter a rooster with your flock and then try and go in. Eventually, all roosters get ugly, right? Yuck Yucks was great. They pushed there was three or four comics, and they pushed the boundaries. Some of them pushed the boundaries of decency. And, I mean, you know me. I'm a rough and tumble old gal who can take a joke, but there was a couple of jokes that went out that I went, oh, no. Ooh, So, yeah, it was obviously adult. You had Easter egg layers. Yeah, I love it when people have Easter egg layers and the chocolate egg layers and stuff like that. We're breasters, but I made sure that they had a lot of space back then to get out of everybody's hair. Listen, folks, we've been here for over an hour, and I have to go and do some dishes and start cooking supper. Get my pasta ready to go in. And how old is your roux, Mama? I no, this was risky, and there's risky, and then there's absolute poor taste. And a lot of it, the one comic, the headlining comic, I mean, there's some things he said that I wouldn't even say. And that's saying a lot, okay? Well, thank you, Freaky Geek. He's coming on 3? Well, there you go. Okay, well, you know what? Never say never, right? I love you guys. Take care. God bless. And we'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I'll be putting the lights on the tree. Maybe I'll be rolling cookie balls. But you're pretty sure, can guarantee it's probably going to be a live stream. All right? I love you guys. Take care. God bless. Mwah! See you sometime tomorrow.